Hi there. Welcome. My name is Calliope, and I've got you in for an hair examination, right? Yeah. Okay. So I want to take just a little look at the outside first. So I'm going to illuminate the side of your head here so that I can look at your ears. Do you mind if I touch around them a little? Okay. So the outside, there's a little bit of... Is it windy out there? Got a bit of debris on you here. Yeah, it's just like little hairs and bits of dust. Okay. And the ears themselves here. Let's just look at that. Okay. I'm going to take a look behind your ear. Okay, is that painful at all? No? Okay. And I'm just going to slide that down so I can look at that bottom. Okay. Let's just go ahead and look at the other side here. Same story. Have to just wipe you off a little bit here. Just kind of a bit. It's a bit humid out there, so it's a little stuck. Okay, well, let's just check behind the ear. Okay. And just down and then. Okay. Alright. Well, as far as any skin abnormalities or anything like that, I'm not seeing any. However, there is the issue that your ears are a bit, well, they could use a little cleanup. But before we do that, I'm just going to check inside the ears and see if there's anything we need to do there. So, okay. What do we... Okay. I don't actually have much visual on that ear, but maybe on this ear it's a bit different. No, not really. Okay, well, we are going to have to do a little bit of prep beforehand so that I can get a good look at your ears, and that is just fine. I've got the tools for it. Won't be a problem whatsoever. So we have some tools. We've got some saline, cotton buds. Let's just open this up and see what we've got. So I'm gonna start by using this little tool here. It's got this silicone scrubber on it, which I think we will be able to use to get those little hairs and things, despite how humid it is. I know it's frustrating. Everything just sticks to you when it's just so humid. I have quite a bit of hair, so it always wants to stick to my skin. So I'm just going to use this, and we'll use a bit of tissue here for anything we left off so that it can't go right back on. And this is going to be just real gentle. I'm going to scrub the back of the ear even. We're just doing a general cleanup. Let's see if we can get most of it. See, I wasn't taught this when I was doing chores growing up, but if you dust everything first and get all of the dry debris off of whatever surface you're cleaning, whether it's a counter or a sink or something like that, it makes it so much easier to clean when you use your spray or your soap or whatever, because you're not creating like a mud of dust and cleaner. We'll just work on this here and just use the little scrubby tips. Yeah, see, you can get just these little hairs and things like that. And it's so easy to clean it up compared to just trying to brush it off or whatever. So I can get a more thorough clean more quickly. I'm just running the bristles all over the surface of the ear. It's almost like a lint roller. Just using that and getting in nooks and crannies, like behind the ear. Yeah, just these little bits. There we go. Let's see. And I'll also get the surrounding area. Not a big deal. I can do a little bit of scrubbing. It's just so much easier. But we'll do the outside of your ear first, and then we'll get to the inside. So, there's that. Now, I have this tiny, tiny little stiff brush, and I'm just going to gently go over the ear. So that we can just catch any remaining hairs or anything. as more of a working surface than our tiny silicone scrubber. Yeah, see, just getting just these little bits here. Let's go ahead and wipe that off. There we go. They have little synthetic bristles, and for whatever reason, those seem to work quite well. Okay. I'll just get all over the ear and any surrounding areas. It's easy. It's quick. Might as well get underneath. Okay. Alright, lastly, I just want to use one of these guys. I'm just going to swirl it around the ear. And that'll be it for our preliminary cleaning. I don't want to do too much because when we do the internal cleaning, we might get bits from the inside, outside, and then we'd have to clean all over again. So we're just making it that we can see everything. And then we can continue with the internal cleaning. Okay, so let's grab the light. So, looks like better. Okay, certainly better. It looks like I can see all the skin. Oh, missed one little hair. There we are. Okay. That looks just fine. Now as for the inner ear here, we have a few tools we can use. So I've got an alligator tweezer here. Alligator because we have all these little tiny teeth here. So it looks like the mouth of an alligator. We have our little brushes. We have some spoons here. Metal spoons, plastic. And I'm just going to, let's see, which one do I want to use first? I've got a bigger spoon and a smaller one. I think we'll use this bigger one and then we can just use the other one for detail work. I'm going to just flip the guard on the otoscope so that I can go through, and this helps keep it so I don't go too deep into the ear. I can clean the ear. And if this is not quite working, then I also have this guy right here, which can go much farther. But that one's a little too big. So I'm actually going to just move over a little bit. my little tissue here. I'm going to be gently working in the ear. Let me know if anything is uncomfortable, painful. Just going to clear everything out. You know what? I do think I'm going to go with that one metal spoon here. It's just going to be easier to work with. Okay. Okay. Good. Just trying to roll everything. Roll everything forward. I need those alligator forceps there. And we're going to try to tear off some of the bits here. I don't have a lot of room to work with, but I'll just try to get these little bits here. Good. Okay. And then, what about one of the little guys here? You have this really nice little wood ear spoon, which can be a bit more comfortable. That's smaller. I have a little bit more workspace. Feeling okay? Okay, good. Good. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a look here and see what we can do next. Okay, so I'm going to want to take a cotton bud. I've got a couple right here. So we are going to pull off a layer of the cotton here because as is it is just, it's too much for the inside of the ear. So we're going to take off a big bit of cotton there. And then this is a lot smaller than this. This can fit in the ear easier without pushing anything. So just do a bit of wet cleanup here. So this is going to be rather cold. Okay. Alright. And that should clean that up a lot better. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to use the extra cotton that we had on the end of one of my tools, and I'm just going to use this to dry the ear. We're just going to get rid of that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Alright, I'm just going to grab a new little fluffy guy here. And we're just going to finish cleaning out the ear. So now that I can see inside the ear, I'd like to just do that. So it looks like it's pretty irritated in here, quite on the red side. Imagine from how much was built up in there. Does it feel like you can hear better? Is it less muffled? Interesting. Okay. Just look around and see. Yeah. Okay. Well, that looks as I would suspect. It's a little on the irritated side, but I think it'll get a lot less irritated while the ear recovers. So I'm just going to flip to the other side. Okay, so what do we got here? We are going to just start with that metal spoon, and we'll keep that clean. Grab the otoscope and just open that up. Okay, so is that comfortable? Okay. Okay. This one doesn't look as bad, but we're still going to really thoroughly clean everything out. Just try to get as much as we can with this big scoop. Okay. And then let's see if we can get a bit with our forceps here and just kind of peel that off. Just gonna put this right here, a little more accessible. Good. Little bits at a time. And we've got our little spoon here. A lot better. So let's grab our cotton bud and just, oh, this one's going to be tricky. Just pull off some of the cotton there, maybe a bit more. See if maybe that, yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're going to keep the cotton and Remember that this is going to be quite cold. I just wipe the insides of your ears here. Okay, just gonna place right there. Good. And we're going to dry that off. It's going to put this all along this wooden bit here. Yeah, that works. We're just using it to dry everything off while recycling what we got. Okay. Grab our goose down feather. Just tighten the speculum when you're swirling around like this. Rotation can make that come loose. Okay. Alrighty. What do we got? Yeah, it's definitely quite irritated. Okay, well, it's gonna be pretty pink for a bit. But otherwise, initially, I don't see anything wrong. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to bring my seat back right in front of you. And what do we have here? We are going to do an official look. And, okay, it's calmed down just a little here. Looks a lot better than it did. Now it's not so much red as it is just pink. Okay, so tympanic membrane is okay. And the ear canal, while irritated, isn't injured or anything. It's just a little mad right now. But if the ears stay clean, then it'll heal up. So part of the problem was that there was just so much cerumen that was pushed way back into the ear. So if we look at this otoscope, for example, we have the ear canal here, just this little part right here is going to be where you produce earwax, where it gets pushed out of the ear, right? But you are having it way back here where the ear can't get rid of it. And this is where it's all smooth. It's easy for the wax to get pasted along the sides. We needed it just right here instead of back here. So that's why it's so irritated. Okay. That's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be on that side of the internal ear. Just at the very beginning where little hairs are. But otherwise, now that it's clean, it looks pretty good. No injury, no lesions. Tympanic membrane looks good, nice and flat. So that's a good sign. So now that we have made sure that everything is all good, we can work on the outside now. So let's get, I think I'm going to get a new goose down feather. But this one has a little ear spoon on the bottom. And I'm just going to run this around the ears and maybe get any dead skin. And do that along the ridges of the ears, because this area doesn't naturally get exfoliated very much. It often isn't really touched at all. So it's easy for dead skin to collect. So we're just doing some gentle exfoliation here. Just getting little bits, it's not crazy. The ears are small, so it's not like you could have a bunch, but just a bit here. We'll just get around. There. And especially behind the ear. Come on. There we go. That's an area that's not often paid attention to at all. Okay. And here. Product can build up. You don't wipe behind the ears sometimes. Shampoo or conditioner can build up there. It's nothing crazy. Just a minute amount. There we go. Use this to just scrape around the other ear. Good. Not doing anything crazy. cleaning the surrounding areas. Then it'll be nice and soft. Just cleaning that up. There we go. Just get these ridges and whatnot. Back of the ear. Good. Okay, let me just use the little fluffy guy. Just gently dust around. Okay. Oh, there's just a little bit right here. There we go. Okay, so let's just grab, oh, there you are, that's right there. I'm going to use a full cotton bud with saline. And we're just going to wipe around the ears. Yeah, the cotton bud is staying pretty clean for the most part, which means we're doing our job. Gotta get back behind here. Okay, behind the ear. Okay, we'll get a bit more. And do the other ear. Good. Swirl that around. Clean behind the ear. All around. We got all those little hairs and bits that you came in with. Okay. I'm going to use the other side to just dry everything. That's a little bit of cleaning here. Okay, clean this up. Around the ear. Good. Lastly, we've got a couple of feather brushes just to end it. This is a chicken feather brush. This is crane, and this is a dyed goose down. So we'll just brush around the ear. It's just a little extra thing that people enjoy. Nothing crazy, nothing real long, just a little bit of something. Makes it so people don't mind coming back to take care of their ears. Crane. And you are going to have to come back since your ears are so irritated. The most likely cause is indeed from the cerumen buildup, but in case it's not, I want to see you in, let's say, 2 weeks to make sure that that inflammation has gone away. Because if it hasn't, then we need to investigate why it's like that. This is my fluffiest of my goose down brushes. It's very full. It's almost like a feather duster. Okay. That is going to conclude your ear exam. You got a bonus little ear cleaning out of it. How are your ears feeling? Do they feel hot or itchy at all? No? Okay. We'll keep an eye on that, and I'm going to want to see you in a couple weeks to make sure that irritation has gone away. Okay. We'll see if anything has built back up, because there was quite a bit there. Then we'll take care of it. Okay? Alright, I'd like to thank you so much for coming in.